her since a young. I've been a leader. I'm not looking to the public, but to me, I'm like, one day, don't shit. Just at the fantasy about watching never hip hop. Meanwhile, a few channels down the block, they getting robbed by the cops. I can't believe what I see with my eyes. So nowadays, I'm like, good, I'ma look to the skies and manifest anything I need. Any on a power trip. When the whole team, the power strip. No, now to the trying to politic. Got my guys already, got my queen already, how I sound already, how my songs already. Got them asking how they ain't on already. I don't care. Take it day by day. My vice is money in my safe. Cash going up as I elevate. I was down bad, now I'm How about your feelings, how about the feelings, come high off the ceiling, come. I want you to get slide. Oh, I got a feeling, get it cracking like a kill it. In the backyard, chilling with you. I want you to get You said you don't, but you gon' try with me. Don't you dare get
From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, Diamond Dynasty Baseball coming your way on the show. It's the Mashers taking on the American Giants. First pitch coming at you right after the break. First pitch moments away, and on the hill today, Pedro Martinez. What's the scouting report on him?
When he's on, Boog, he's really fun to watch. He takes the pressure off entire lineups, and typically, he doesn't need a ton of runs and support. No one should be surprised if he settles in and takes full control of this game. That's what he's looking to do for sure.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Cool Papa Bell. And that's through there for a strike. And that's how this game gets started. That's a little bit low.
With Pedro on the mound, Boog, this lineup is facing a fierce competitor. He always seems to rise to the occasion, and that's a big reason why he
dives, and he can't hang on. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Juan Soto now. Just missed. That one missed.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, we've seen this recipe cook up a big inning plenty of times. 2 runners on, nobody out, and they're in the heart of their order. It's just a great opportunity to put up a crooked number.
Nolan Arenado stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 1. And a swing and a miss.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to.
Caminero slings it across, and that is a big first out. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. In there at the knees for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish out this hitter.
That one finds the zone. 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 on, 1 out. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's O'Neal Cruz. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that one cutting but missing down low. And there's a ball.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Bell, the runner at third. Soto on at second with 2 down. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And they're all loaded up.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back. Hauls it in on the warning track. Back here with my pal Singy. And today's starter, Randy Johnson. What do you look for here?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Bottom of the first. Now a chance for Jacob Wilson. Marte throws to first in time. One gone, bottom half of the first. Bo Bichette up to the dish. That one almost got him.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Had him way out front of the slurve. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1's the count.
Swings through that.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for him.
That's strike 3. New inning getting started. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ketel Marte. Martinez back to work. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Just missed. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
And he deals. Swing and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
That's outside, and it's 2-0. And that's through there for a strike. Marte on at first, nobody out. Next offering upstairs. 1-0-1 on the gun, swing and a miss. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Leo DeVries in the box now. No balls and a strike. The shortstop takes the ball. Next offering is fouled back. Second inning here, no score. Pitch misses, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Full Papa Bell digging in now. Reached on an infield single his first time. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that's in for a strike. just missed.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. Sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Next offering is in for a strike. Fans another, and that's bottom of the second. Now at the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Cut on and missed at 101. 0-1. Ripped, but it curls foul.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
Hauls it in, one away. Now here is Vladimir Guerrero. Singy's currently the team leader in runs batted in. Swinging a foul straight back.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far moving the ball around nicely.
Foul ball still 0-2.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. And now it's Juan Soto. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1. That one at triple digits.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws, got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Back here at Rogers Center. Well, here we go. Top of the third. Scoreless game. Here's Juan Soto. And the pitch. Right down to shoot. 0-1.
Carl, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle. Doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. That's down and in. On the corner for a strike. It's 2-2. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He circles the bases, and they jump out front. It's 1-0. Arenado stands in now and watches strike one.
Well, these players doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up one run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense. You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball. 0-2 now. And they'll do it again. Swing and a ball hammered left field onto the track, and he makes the catch. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. 2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if you're a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. And we're back. And now Mike Piazza. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
0-1's the count.
And Bell makes the play. And there's one down. Junior Caminero digs in now. Swing and a miss. That one at 1-0-1.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
And a swing and a miss.
Two is the count.
One out, base is empty.
Nope.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Strikes him out with 100. And now batting Mike Trout. Swings and misses. That's strike one. Trout in his 14th season, 33 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2009.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball.
And he got him. Back now in Toronto. And now Will Smith. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Marte now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. And that one off the outside edge.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires.
This ball is hammered deep center field. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. Ketel Marte leaves the yard. It's 2-0. So 1 out, nobody on. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Inside, just missed. New pitcher now, number 39. He's into the game with the bases empty. And that's outside. And that's ball 2. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Just misses with that one. Headed towards the corner. Guerrero hustling after it. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive. Ground ball up the middle. Loves it on the dive. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Two down, base is empty. And the batter will be the shortstop, Leo DeVries. Right through there for a strike. Strike two.
0-2.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Cool Papa Bell, the next to hit, 1 for 2. There, that's strike one. And that one upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Trout is there. Brings it in, and that is that. Bottom of the fourth, and now the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. That one fouled off. Fouled off down the right side. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. So up next, Bo Bichette. Swing and a miss, and 102 on the radar gun. And base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
He was all over that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Alvarez now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Swings and misses. That's strike two.
2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Cut on and miss.
0-1's the count.
Throw to second.
Got it.
Out. And that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Juan Soto. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Falling behind 2-1.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And downstairs. Runner at first with no outs here. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Just missed. Swing and a foul out of play. Soto gets his lead at first with nobody out. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Polanco, batting with one down, takes the strike. Next pitch is downstairs. Squirts away a little bit. Well done behind the dish. And it's even up. That one missed. Man at first, one away. That's hard hit on the line. And a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle. And
Roki Sasaki comes on now.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Cruz in the box again. Takes a strike. And he takes a strike. Sasaki. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. And he grounds one back up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Soto scores, and they lead by 3. Runner holds at third, respecting the big arm at center field.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Up and in, now 2-0.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
And that'll load the bases.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Marte in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that misses. 1-1. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
So they're all loaded up, and Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit. In the air, center field. Trout should have this one. Squeezes it, and that's the third out. Back here at Rogers Center, and now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Johnson back to work. And that is out of play. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. Late with the swing there.
I can only imagine the comfort level of being in the ballpark for those kids who are fortunate enough to have a dad that played in the big leagues. Them being on the baseball field, for some it's pressure. For them, they feel that they are right at home.
Guerrero, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Cruz moving under it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. Juan Soto will hit next. He's 0 for 1. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Swing and a miss. And he's down. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's